And we're here at New Era Racecraft. This is one of our 1500 horsepower pump gas, that's 91 octane pump gas engines. It's 572 cubic inch with a gear driven F3 water to air intercooled. Blow through CSU carb on this one using our Pro hat. The block is a Dart Big M tall deck, a Lenati blower crank, a diamond hard anodized piston with our design dish and ring pack, Dart Pro 2 380 cylinder heads, Edelbrock intake manifold, our custom design camshaft with Crower lifters, Jessel Sportsman belt drive. Now this is, as I said before, this is a F3 engine. This is a F3 139. Now the reason we went with this particular blower is because we are going to upgrade this motor down the road. So it's basically, this is our 2000 horsepower platform engine with a smaller carburetor, because this is actually going to be street driven. The engine is built for Mick Morel in Brisbane, Australia, and I'll show you a couple features here that we've also done. Now this has our patent pending TAD drive plate, and that's a torsional absorbing drive plate. And what this plate does, you'll see some video on the rest of our website of, we replace this bushing setup. Normally there's 6 bushings in here, 8 or even sometimes 12 on twin F2 setups, but we replace those with this torsional absorbing plate. And you'll see that this center plate right here that I'm rubbing my finger on actually moves in between these two drive plates and absorbs through the shaft all the harmonics that are trying to get transmitted into the blower. Now we've made some pulls on this, got tuning done. This is just at 28 degrees of timing, so kind of low on the timing. But like I said, this does run on 91 octane fuel is what we're dynoing it at here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this camera on a tripod and go out and make a hit on it. Alright, and we're back after that pull. We'll take the camera off the tripod and go out and look. We're just making simple, easy pulls on this thing right now. But it's going to be for street driven, full-size Chevy truck. And what we'll do here is we will download all the information here. We're on a computer screen. You can see that we just ran it from 4,000 to 7,000 RPM. And all the way down at 4,100 RPM, it makes 979 foot-pounds of torque. And as we scroll down, 5,000 RPM, it makes 1,111 foot-pounds of torque. And this is all at 9.8 psi a boost, and it makes that 979 foot-pounds of torque at 41 at 7.5 pounds of boost. You see fuel pressure, you're going to see the air-fuel ratio at 11.43. Oil pressure has a 2050 in it. The oil's a little cold, so it's climbed up there a little bit. And we can scroll all the way down to 6,000 RPM, which is, get that up there, 6,000 RPM. It makes 1396 horsepower, 1,222 foot-pounds of torque, a 4.9 brake, and has 13.5 pounds of boost, 11.85 air-fuel ratio. And we'll go down here to what's actually only collected data to 6,900. and made 1531, 1165 foot-pounds of torque. And you see here that it's actually starting to need some more timing, and we start running into some issues with timing and fuel right around this area. So the brake number ends up being about 5.7. That's the pounds per hour of fuel it's using, and that's at 17.7 pounds of boost. Air fuel ratio is also climbing, getting a little high up there at 12.28, but that's actually fine for that motor. 108 pounds of oil pressure. And what I'll do is I will graph this for you, because the graph is pretty good too. Now the graph, the flashing line is horsepower. Real nice, smooth, steady graph all the way up there. And if you notice on our dyno system here at New Era Racecraft, that the motor actually sweeps quite a bit slower than some other dynos. And if you notice, the faster the engine sweeps on the dyno, less accurate the information is that you get. You see the torque line here, nice gradual, showing up in this neighborhood right here that probably actually could use just a couple more degrees of timing to make the thing smooth out a little bit. Then you pick up horsepower. It's showing rich and safe rich, and needs a couple more degrees of timing on the spark plug also. But like again, this is for Mick Morel in Brisbane, Australia, going in his Chevrolet street truck. Should be quite a fun piece.